Yo, what you lot saying? It's your boy German Boy here, and today what I've got for you is the MotoGP German Grand Prix at the Sachsenring for you guys, a review for this race. So yeah, let's get right down to it. We'll start off with qualifying. Qualifying went pretty okay, to be honest, no real big dramas I would say. In Q1, a lot of people were setting really quick times. Scott running through the first half, put in some stellar laps, which put him fastest and really on verge to move into Q2. But that was when the second half of Q1 came into context, as Hernandez and Espargaro set really quick times. By the way, Suzuki had their new livery, which was to celebrate 30 years of the famous Suzuki GXX or something like that. So very important bike to their manufacturer, so that was the reason why they painted it in different colours than what they usually do. So yeah. Alicia Espargaro in the Suzuki went second, Hernandez first. That meant that Scott Redding was third, and really was trying his hardest. I mean, as well too, he got Bradl overtook him for 13th. So Scott Redding got 14th, and really was trying his hardest, you know, with his bike, but unfortunately, when he came across the line, could not do it. When he came across the line in the end of Q2, did not move into Q2. So that meant that Alicia Espargaro and Hernandez moved into Q2. Very unfortunate for Scott Redding. He was absolutely livid with that. He knew he could have a chance of getting into Q2, but sadly he didn't. But at the end of the day, that's racing. These things can happen. So yeah, he's got to take it from the chin and move on from this. So moving into Q2, Q2 went okay, it was good. We saw a big moment from Bradley Smith there. He almost fell off his bike, and as a result, his front dash, his like little screen on the front of his bike, came off. It came loose. So I think he went to the pits, and he got that. I think he got that repaired quite quickly, so he was able to get back on the track reasonably quickly, which was good for him. In the end, it was Marquez on pole position. He beat his lap record by a few tenths, which was good to see. So as a result, he was the fastest bike ever in Sachsenring. So yeah, that was good to know that fact. Second was Pedrosa, I believe. So good ride by him. There was Lorenzo, good ride from him. Sixth was Rossi, a little bit unfortunate. We'd love to see him in the front with Lorenzo on that, but usually when he starts from places like that, he usually makes good starts, and usually as well too, he wins sometimes from that area, so he could be a factor. We'll have to wait and see on that one, but yeah, overall a pretty damn good qualifying session. So yeah, so moving into the race, at the start of the race, Marquez got an okay start, but Pedrosa got a brilliant start, a lightning start, which put him into first. But then afterwards, Lorenzo took the lead of the race from two Repsol Hondas. Then further back, we saw Rossi overtaken, I believe, Ignone, passed a few bikes from 6th place, which moved him up into 4th. So yeah. But in the end of the first lap, coming into the end of the first lap, Scott Redding fell off his bike. So unfortunate for him, he'd been riding very nicely. there. I think it was in 13th. But unfortunately fell off his bike. So really his weekend going from bad to worse. So yeah, a very forgettable weekend, I would presume, for Redding there. So yeah. But moving on into the front. We saw Rossi making a great move on Pedrosa, and as Lorenzo was doing that, Marquez made a great move. I think he was going into the final corner on Jorge Lorenzo to take the lead of the race, and then later on Pedrosa made a move on. Then later on Rossi made a great move down the inside, which didn't work the first time as Lorenzo got the cutback going around the penultimate corner. But then on the next lap, Rossi learned from his mistakes and made a great move, which made it sixth, which put him up into third, which put him up to second going into the penultimate corner. So yeah. And then later we saw Pedrosa doing the exact same thing on Lorenzo, this time making it stick, going down the inside to take third place. And then really afterwards we saw Pedrosa really trying ever so hard to overtake Rossi, but nothing he could do. I mean, through the first half he could do nothing. You know, he was trying so hard, but then eventually he did go by Rossi down the inside, going into the exact same spot that Rossi pulled on Lorenzo many laps ago to take second place, which made it a Repsol 1-2 for them. So yeah, Repsol Honda having a better weekend than what we've seen in the past. So yeah, that's good to see. Further back, we saw some battling going on, particularly with Cal Crutchlow trying to get by Cal Crutchlow. Cal Crutchlow trying to get by Johnny Hernandez, which he did. And then soon after, Vitioso did as well. But then Vitioso later on fell off his bike, so unfortunate for him. He's been having a really bad weekend. He started like in 11th or so, so yeah, not having a very good weekend on that Ducati, so yeah. Then later on at the front, we saw Rossi starting to close up to Pedrosa, but really Rossi didn't have, really Rossi couldn't do anything to pass Pedrosa. So really Pedrosa had the upper hand on Rossi in terms of performance when Rossi was behind Pedrosa. So yeah. So as a result, in the end, it was Marc Marquez who came through to win the German Grand Prix quite comfortably, over 4.5 seconds over Pedrosa in second place. Third was closely followed third by Rossi. Fourth was Lorenzo, so unfortunate for him. Really didn't have the pace to match it, didn't really have the pace to bring it to the front three, which was unfortunate, but that's racing, these things can happen, so yep. Fifth was Ineos, good ride by him, he had a really quiet race, so yep. Sixth was Bradley Smith, good ride by him, he'd been having a really bad weekend so far, but to finally see him right up there in the mix was good to see. Seventh was Cal Crutchlow, good ride by him in that Honda, so yep. And really that's about it. So yeah, so a pretty good weekend of MotoGP. Next for them will be a 3-week break, I believe, until Indianapolis. So yeah, so next race will be Indianapolis. Excited for that one. Really, I think it will be kind of a Marquez track, to be honest, since he won there last year quite comfortably. So yeah, maybe it could be more of the same as we saw from Germany, but we'll have to wait and see on that one. So yeah, but for now, a pretty damn good weekend. And yeah, so thank you very much for watching. It's been your boy, German Boy, and yeah, hit the like button if you enjoyed, subscribe if you're new, and yeah, I'll see you guys next time. It's your boy, German Boy, I'm out. Peace.